wasn't bad as far as the crowd. I mean, crowd was large Friday night. There was a lot of people out. The corner park in Maine was busy, as well as the corner of Broadway in Maine. Most of the crowd was good. I mean, out of the number of people that were there, we probably only arrested 2 to 3% of the people. I mean, we only had 54 arrests over the 3 days, so it went pretty well.
So it's kind of that's not too out of line from a regular weekend.
Not really, not for a 4-day weekend. No, I mean during the summer, we usually have 10 arrests a night during the summer. So.
What was the general problem you guys faced? General complaint you guys responded to?
It was mainly too much alcohol being consumed and disorderlies, people getting up, pushing mats, arguments, and stuff like that. So we would move in pretty quickly on those, and then and just arrest both parties for disorderly and take them to jail to stop the problems. So it seems to work. We've been doing that for the past several years, and that seems to work the best.
And I noticed that like a lot of the arrests came out of foot patrols. Like, talk about how what the benefits are. Why is it, how it's easier for doing things like this to have foot patrol versus like patrol car?
Well, you can get to things quicker. Basically, you see more things when you're on foot patrol. The public has more access to you. They come up to you and they'll point stuff out. So it really works well, not only on Evel days and the folk fest, but it works well on St. Patrick's Day too.
Anything with MIPs, issues like that?
No, not a whole lot. We issued one MIP is all. Again, our officers are pretty busy, so if we catch the obvious person under the age drinking, then they'll be cited. The one that was cited this year was the result of an arrest back to the Crouch Thursday night. A lot of them didn't come back uptown. There was no big jumps scheduled for Thursday night, so they didn't come uptown for that. The music was shut down a little earlier on Thursday night due to the rain, so that did affect the crowds, but the crowds were pretty good on all day Friday night.
I was going to ask about, how about in the past there's always been issues about property damage. Any issues with property damage or anything?
We had one window broken. It wasn't due to vandal, it was due to the wind, taking one of the vendors' tarps and throwing it into a window. I believe that was on Thursday afternoon. We haven't gotten reports of vandalism yet. They still could be coming in this morning, but we haven't had any reports of major vandalism or anything like that.
So why were there so little arrests after this particular festival versus the folk festival?
Well, it's a folk festival is a completely different crowd. They're here to listen to music. They shut down the music at 10 o'clock. There's no outside bars open. So people tend to, once the music's over in the uptown area, they tend to leave the uptown area and they don't hang around. Whereas this festival, people hang in the bars till 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning. And again, the bars were great again this year for us. I mean, we went into the bars at 1:30, 20 minutes to 2, asked them to close, and they did with no problems. We were able to clear out the bars and get the party goers off the street by about 20 minutes after 2 both nights. So it worked out well.
That's a major thing to do, is just kind of, that helps if they shut the bars down, stop serving alcohol, you guys can clear the streets.
Move in and get all the parties off the street. That decreases vandalism, decreases noise complaints, decreases fights. It works really well.
It looks like there was a more than 20% decrease in arrests from last year, and so what do you attribute that to?
It could have been the weather. Again, on Thursday night, we only had 4 arrests on Thursday night, I believe, associated with the festival itself. And you got to understand, some of these arrests aren't associated with the festival either. Some of these arrests, they're down south, or they're south part of town and stuff. So some of them aren't associated with the festival. So I think weather and the crowds were a little bit smaller, I believe, especially Saturday night. The crowds were
George, when you're clearing the bars and the streets, do you watch for people that are inebriated trying to get into their cars?
Yeah, we do, and we do give rides home. The Party Palace had their Suburban going all night long. I was in the area of this Party Palace for like 2 hours probably at one time, and it must have made 10 trips.
Wow.
And that was a service from the Party Palace that was free?
Yeah.